You judge people every single day. The problem is, most of the time you are judging the wrong thing. You look at their smile, their confidence, the way they talk, the way they dress, and within a few seconds your mind says, this person is good, this person is honest, this person can be trusted. But what if I told you that is exactly how most people get manipulated? Not because they are weak, not because they are stupid, but because they never learned how human nature really works. Imagine if you could meet someone for the first time and immediately notice the small signs everyone else ignores. Imagine knowing who genuinely respects you, who only wants something from you, who will stay loyal, and who will disappear the moment life becomes difficult. Think about how many wrong decisions you could avoid, how many fake people you would never allow into your life, how much time, energy, and peace you would save. That is what this video is really about. Not becoming smarter than everyone, not controlling people, not playing mind games. This video is about protecting yourself by understanding people. Because once you understand human nature, life becomes much easier. But here is the biggest problem. Most people spend years learning how to make money, how to build a career, how to become successful. Yet nobody teaches them how to understand the people around them. And that is why the same story keeps repeating. Someone trusts too quickly. Someone ignores obvious warning signs. Someone believes beautiful words instead of consistent actions. Then one day they get hurt. After that they say, I never expected this from them. The truth is, the signs were always there. They just did not know what to look for. That is exactly why understanding human nature is one of the most valuable skills you can ever develop, because people rarely become someone new overnight. They simply reveal who they have always been. The question is, will you notice it before it is too late, or only after the damage is already done? Here is the good news. Human behavior follows patterns. People think they are unpredictable. They are not. Their habits repeat. Their emotions repeat. Their decisions repeat. Even their mistakes repeat. Once you understand those patterns, you stop getting surprised by people. Instead, you start understanding them. And when you understand them, you stop reacting emotionally. You start making better decisions. That is exactly what you are going to learn today. Not theories, not complicated psychology, just 7 simple human nature secrets that can completely change the way you see people. Some of these secrets may challenge what you have believed for years. One of them explains why intelligent people still trust the wrong person. Another reveals why some people earn respect without asking for it. And the final secret might completely change the way you choose friends, relationships, and opportunities. So stay with me until the end, because every secret connects to the next one. Miss one, and you will miss the complete picture. That is why people ignore red flags. Not because they cannot see them, because they do not want to believe them. Imagine buying a beautiful house. From the outside, everything looks perfect. Fresh paint, beautiful garden, luxury furniture, but you never check the foundation. A few months later, cracks begin to appear everywhere. Would you blame the house? Or would you blame yourself for only looking at the surface? People are exactly the same. Most of us judge the paint. Very few check the foundation. That is why appearances fool us so easily. This is also why manipulators spend so much time creating a perfect image. They know if they can control your emotions, they can control your decisions. But there is one habit that completely destroys their power. Never make important decisions when your emotions are at their highest. Whether you feel excited, angry, lonely, or deeply attached, take a step back. Give yourself time, because time allows emotions to become quiet. And when emotions become quiet, the truth becomes loud. Here is something I learned a long time ago. Feelings are important, but they are terrible judges of character. Feelings tell you how someone makes you feel today. Patterns tell you how they will treat you tomorrow. That is a huge difference. The people who rarely get manipulated are not suspicious of everyone. They are simply patient. They never rush trust. They let time answer the questions that emotions cannot. And the next secret will show you exactly how people reveal their real intentions without even realizing they are doing it. Once you learn that, you will start noticing things that most people never see. Now let us move to the third secret. This secret is the difference between people who always get fooled and people who almost never do. They observe more than they speak. Most people walk into a conversation thinking about what they are going to say. Very few think about what they are going to notice. That is why they miss the biggest clues. Human nature is always speaking. Even when a person says nothing, watch how they react when someone else succeeds. Do they genuinely smile? Or does their face change for just a second? Watch how they treat people who cannot help them. The waiter, the driver, the cleaner, the receptionist, that is where real character appears. Because respect that is shown only to powerful people is not respect. It is strategy. Here is a simple example. Imagine two people applying for the same job. Both are equally talented. During the interview, one person is polite only to the manager. The other person treats every employee with the same respect. Now imagine you are the owner. Who would you trust more? Probably the second person. Because character is revealed when there is nothing to gain. That is the part most people never notice. Another mistake people make is talking too much. When people feel nervous, they keep explaining themselves. They keep trying to prove they are smart. But the strongest observers do something different. They stay calm. They ask simple questions. Then they listen. Because when people feel heard, they naturally reveal more than they plan to. They talk about their fears, their dreams, their frustrations, their habits. Without realizing it, they are showing you exactly how they think. That is why listening is one of the greatest human skills you can develop. The less you rush to speak, the more you begin to understand people. And once you understand people, you stop making assumptions. You start making better decisions. Remember this simple line: a person can control their words, but they cannot control their patterns forever. That is why observation always beats assumption. Now think about what you have learned so far. First, you learned to trust actions instead of promises. Then you learned not to let emotions make important decisions. Now you have learned that careful observation reveals what words try to hide. These three secrets alone can completely change the way you choose friends, partners, and opportunities. But the next secret is even more powerful, because it explains why some people naturally earn respect wherever they go, while others spend their entire life chasing approval without ever finding it. Now let us move to the fourth secret. This secret has nothing to do with money, nothing to do with looks, nothing to do with talent, yet it decides how much respect you receive. The secret is simple. People respect those who respect themselves. Think about someone you admire. They are usually calm. They do not try to impress everyone. They do not explain themselves all the time. They do not chase attention. They know who they are. And because of that, other people naturally respect them. Now think about the opposite, someone who always wants approval. They agree with everyone. They apologize for things that are not even their fault. They are afraid to say no. At first, people may like them, but slowly they stop respecting them. This is how human nature works. People value what has limits. If you are always available, your time loses value. If you always say yes, your words lose value. If you allow people to cross your boundaries again and again, they start believing there are no boundaries at all. Here is a simple example. Imagine your friend keeps canceling plans at the last moment. The first time you understand, the second time you forgive, the third time you ignore it again. After a few months, nothing changes. Why? Because your silence taught them that your time is not important. Human nature learns from what you accept, not from what you say. That is why boundaries are so powerful. A boundary is not about controlling someone else. It is about teaching people how to treat you. Strong people understand this. They stay kind, but they also stay clear. They help others, but they do not allow others to take advantage of them. There is a big difference. Kindness without boundaries becomes weakness. Kindness with boundaries becomes strength. Always remember that. Now here comes something even more interesting. The people who earn the most respect are usually the ones who speak the least about themselves. They do not keep telling everyone how successful they are. They do not keep proving how intelligent they are. They let their actions speak first. Because real confidence never needs an announcement. The louder someone tries to prove their value, the more they usually doubt it inside. Real confidence is quiet. It does not compete. It does not chase. It simply exists. And that leads us to the final secret. This last lesson brings everything together. Once you understand it, you will stop trying to change other people and start making choices that completely change your own life. Now we have reached the final secret. This is the secret that connects everything you learned today. Human nature cannot be controlled, but it can be understood, and once you understand it, your life becomes much simpler. Most people spend years trying to change others. They try to change their friends, their partner, their family, their co-workers, but they end up feeling disappointed because people change only when they decide to change, not when you want them to. This is one of the hardest truths to accept. The moment you stop trying to fix everyone, you start protecting your own peace. Instead of asking, how can I change this person? Ask yourself, is this the kind of person I want in my life? That one question can save you years of stress. Human nature always leaves clues. You just have to be patient enough to notice them. Remember what you learned today. Watch actions more than words. Trust patterns more than promises. Control your emotions before making decisions. Observe more than you speak. Respect yourself before asking others to respect you. These are not tricks, they are life skills. If you practice them every day, you will notice something surprising. You will stop chasing approval. You will stop falling for fake personalities. You will stop wasting your energy on people who never deserved it. Instead, you will attract better friendships, better relationships, better opportunities. Not because the world changed, because you changed. And when you change, the people around you also change. You begin choosing different people, making different decisions, building a different future. That is the real meaning of mastering human nature. It is not about becoming powerful over others. It is about becoming impossible to manipulate. It is about seeing reality clearly, even when the truth is uncomfortable, because clear vision always beats false hope. Before you leave, I want you to remember one sentence. The quality of your life depends on the quality of the people you allow into it. Choose slowly, observe carefully, trust wisely. If you can do that, you will avoid mistakes that most people keep repeating for years. And one day people will ask you, how do you always read people so well? They will think it is a gift, but you will know the truth. It was never a gift, it was a skill you decided to learn. If you enjoyed this video, now let us begin with the first human nature secret that almost everyone overlooks every single day. Now let us begin with the first secret. The first secret is simple. People always tell you who they are, just not with their words, with their actions. This is where most people make their biggest mistake. They believe promises instead of patterns. Let me explain. Imagine you meet someone who says, you can always trust me. I never lie. I always keep my word. It sounds impressive. But now imagine another person. They never talk about loyalty. They never try to convince you, yet every time they make a promise, they keep it. Now ask yourself, who would you trust? The one who speaks about loyalty or the one who quietly lives it? Human nature has an interesting habit. People can control their words for a few minutes, but they cannot control their habits for a long time. That is why actions never stay hidden. Sooner or later they always come out. Think about someone who is always late. At first you think, maybe traffic, maybe they are busy, maybe it happened by mistake. But then it happens again, and again, and again. Now it is no longer a mistake. It is a pattern. The same happens with honesty, respect, responsibility, kindness. Everything becomes visible through repetition. This is why successful people never make quick judgments. They give people enough time to reveal themselves. Because time removes every mask. Nobody can pretend forever. Sooner or later, the real personality always appears. Here is something you should always remember. Never trust consistency in words. Trust consistency in actions. Because words are designed to create an image. Actions reveal reality. Once you understand this, you stop getting impressed by beautiful speeches. You stop believing every promise, and you start paying attention to what really matters. Behavior. That one change alone can save you from years of disappointment. But here comes the interesting part. If actions reveal everything, then why do intelligent people still ignore obvious signs? Why do smart people keep trusting the wrong person? The answer has nothing to do with intelligence. It has everything to do with emotions. And that is exactly what you are about to discover in the next secret. Once you understand it, you will never make the same mistake again. Now let us move to the second secret. This secret explains why even smart people get manipulated. It is not because they are less intelligent. It is because they trust their feelings too quickly. Think about the last time someone made a great first impression on you. They were confident. They were funny. They knew exactly what to say. Within a few minutes, you started feeling comfortable around them. Without realizing it, your mind had already decided, this person is trustworthy. But here is the truth. A good first impression is not proof of good character. It is only a good first impression. Human nature works in a very interesting way. Your emotions make the first decision. Your logic comes later and tries to defend it. Write one word in the comments: aware. Because every great decision begins with awareness. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.